Hello everyone, welcome to the second series. Sorry for the interruption in the first series actually. So I'm here to continue to do a recap of the first part of the video, and then we go into the second part. So just like when I was showing you the first part, so here again, so we can say so like I was explaining the EA, so you can see the market reached the top here after coming up, so we can easily buy. But when the market started falling down, 1, 2, 3, 4, on this blue line is our control point. We sell down what? And when it got to the peak here after a day, that it doesn't change again, then we start thinking of, is the market going upwards? And then we calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, which still lies at the point of our sell, and we start buying again. Now you can see the last buy was able to take the market upwards to the highest point. Okay, so even if we had missed any of the losses within this movement around this point, we are going to make profit at the end of the day when the market came to this point. So this is one of the worst case scenarios in which the market is volatile by going to both sides. Okay, but at the end of the day, we'll be able to identify the last move and then be able to take action as quickly as possible from the line of the last move. Okay, so that's the plan. So like you can see, this is also an example. From this point, the market went upwards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 from the green line. The market went upwards, and then we start buying upwards to this point. When it got to the peak here, the market didn't go up again. The market started declining, and then this was the highest for the rest of the month, which is on the 12th of the month. And then the market started coming down until you can see until the 24th. So now is the last move, now is the low at 104. Can you say that? So if we have a good information analysis, we could have started selling from the top around this point, from this red line downwards, and also continue to started buying upwards at this point from the fourth line upwards to this point. So in any case, no matter how long the market takes, we'll still be able to identify the last move and then be able to take action using the last move and take the best profit, the entry and the exit of the market. Okay, so that is all the series about the first video. So now let's go to the second review. Okay, so the second review will be telling us about so I'm going to show you again the video of the second review. Okay, so this is the analysis of the second review, so which is based on the joy strategy, FAD EA joy strategy. Okay, so you can see the report here. We have it on February 1st. The next one is February 12th and all the rest. Okay, although the market had to reformat itself for after February 4th. So just like we did earlier in our analysis, so let's also do the same analysis on this one. Okay, so okay, so I think to make it also more interesting, let's also use the same product. Okay, so we're going to use AUDJPY. Okay, so let's look out for AUDJPY. So this is AUDJPY in the in that same picture as well. So on day one, we're going to copy AUDJPY on day one. Okay, so and here, like the previous one, I think we can still copy. So the next one is AUDJPY on day 12. So let's go to day 12. And copy AUDJPY on day 12. So we're going to copy AUDJPY on day 12 as well. Okay. Okay, let's just moving down to a sheet, new sheet. Okay, good. So again, so we copy on day 15. AUDJPY on day 15. So we copy AUDJPY on day 15 again. And then finally, again, we copy AUDJPY on day 19. Okay, day 19, I think we now have the 21 again. So let's check. So after day 15, is it the 19 or the 21? Okay, so we have the 19, AUDJPY on the 19. And then finally, we have AUDJPY on day, we have AUDJPY on day 21. Okay, so we have AUDJPY on day 21. So let's look at AUDJPY on day 21. Yeah, so I've not amended this, so this is AUDJPY on day 21. And so, good. So what do we want to achieve on this? So just like I explained earlier, we want to know the market direction as quickly as possible so that we can be able to take the right action as early. So you can see here in the first picture, which is for day 1, the high was 96.5 during that period. So you can see the high 96.94, which is more like that was achieved on the 31st of January. Okay. So okay. So the next one, which is day 12. Sorry, I didn't change it. So the next one was day 12. After reformatting, the highest point, which is 96.987, like I told you, I had to reformat it. So if not for this, this would have still been 96.943 here, and it would have still be the same data 31st, okay? But meanwhile, the low price had moved from 96.11 to 94.37 on the 10th of February. Can you see that? On the 10th of February. So on the 15th of February, our lowest price still remains the same. On the 19th of February, our lowest price still remains the same. And on the 21st of February, our lowest price remains the same. So which means that right from the 10th of February, the market never came down again. So even if you had gambled within that period by taking a buy, the market will still be a buy all the way through, even despite the fact that the market will still come down, but we'll still be able to achieve the buy until the highest point. So let's also look at when it got to the highest point. So you can see, like I told you, on the 12th, the highest point was still 96.943. on the 15th, the highest point has moved to 97.33, which was achieved on the 12th. Okay, so, and that was the highest until the 21st. So, which means it achieved the lowest price on, as you can see here, on the 10th of February and achieved the highest price on the 12th of February in just 10 days, in just 2 days within each other. So that is just the difference. So within 2 days, it was able to achieve the highest point from that position. And then let's also look at the EA itself to be able to see how this market does. Okay. So this is the EA from where we're able to take those information. So I'm going to show you the movement in graph for you to be able to understand and see the impact. So just like I showed you, and so you can see from we started initially according to that report. Let's look at it again. So according to that report, we started again on the 10th, so which is around 7th. Okay, so looking here, where is the 10th? So you can see this was the 10th range. So the lowest point came to 94.37, as you can see here. So that was here on the 10th of February. Okay, and then the price from the 10th, the price went upwards to achieve the high of 97.33 on the 12th, as you can see here on the 12th. And ever since then, the market has been a downtrend. So if we are able to identify this condition early, we could have taken a buy all the way upwards to this point and then take a sell downwards onto this point. So as you can see here, the market has not shifted the lowest. So the lowest still remains the same. But just like my theory, according to this logic, is that once it's 2 days in advance, once 2 days after, and nothing changes, then we can start considering the direction, or we can, if the price had not reached, or we can also start thinking of reversal. So either way, so like in this instance, on the 10th, you can see that in just 2 days, I already achieved the maximum and it's already coming down. Okay, so, but this is the midpoint. So this midpoint will also help us to identify when to change direction. So at this point, when it was still moving upwards, this midpoint will be around this position. So it will be easier to say, oh, it's leaving the lowest point, let's buy upwards. And then when it goes to the highest, it's coming downwards, let's sell downwards. So that is the logic of the market, and that's how it's going to help us effectively. So let's just copy this as well also to our review portal. So we'll be able to also copy this to our review portal, and then. What's wrong with you now? We stop shouting. You are shouting. You are disturbing me. Yeah. So Yeah, so let's copy. So you can see this is the true picture of the whole of this theory of the whole of this information lies here. Can you see that? So, and you can see the information of the midpoint. So let's look at the movement of the midpoint. So the midpoint started at 96.526. It moved to 95.621. Then it moved to 95.8, which was the last position, 95.8. Can you see that? So, which is this, 95.85. So what that means now is that anytime the market crosses the midpoint, then all we just need to do is follow the direction from that point on until it gets to the extreme, because it's likely to move from that point to another new extreme as quickly as possible. So from this, that is the way we've been able to define and identify opportunities in the market. Okay, so hopefully we'll be able to use this information effectively and adequately in the month of March 2025. So we plan to use these logics, this information accurately and timely, and we'll be able to see how best is going to give us the result that we desire for the rest of the month. So, and just like I showed you also, let me also give you, do one or two other samples of the review of this idea. So you can see, like in this year as well, the market achieved a high on the 13th and a low on the 21st. So which means the market was low initially, went up to this point, but from this point, the market never went higher. And because of that, the market was a downtrend and became to be a sell. Okay. And just like I said, after 24 hours, after 48 hours, that it reaches a peak and it doesn't continue in that direction, then the market should be able to reverse and take action as quickly as possible to the other direction. Okay, so that will be the plan. Okay, so this is it as well. Once the market gets to the peak and doesn't move, then it's going to take the action as quickly as possible. Okay, so look at this also again. Gets to this point, highest point on the 13th, go to the lowest point on the 10th. Can you see that? On the 10th of February. So between the 10th and the 13th, it got to the two extreme positions, and that was it for the rest of the month. So that's all we need, the lowest and the highest point. That's all. So all we just need to do is know how to enter from the lowest point as a buy, and also know how to enter from the highest point as a sell. And if you can be able to achieve that effectively, then that is all that we need to achieve in our trading journey. Thank you very much for your time. I remain yours and only Oluwase Fadare. And so we are hoping that we'll be able to implement these strategies as shown here effectively in the month of March and for the rest of the year. So let's see how best these EAs can be able to give us information that will be accurate and correct for us to be able to take decisions and take profitable trades for the rest of the year. Thank you very much. I remain yours, Oluwase Fadare. Have a great time and a great month of February ending and March ahead. Cheers. Bye. So enjoy yourself and take care of yourself. Cheers. Bye.